Hi, it's RaynaG with the Holistic Health Hotline. We're going to talk about water today because apparently there are still people who are quite confused or just don't want to make the right choices regarding water, and we know how important it is, so we have to talk about it a little bit more. People just don't get it. Let's talk about water. The reason it's so important, obviously, is that our entire body needs water, not fluoridated or chlorinated water, not water filled with disinfectant byproducts or industrial waste. Clean, healthy water containing the minerals that make up the earth in our bodies. How do you get it? Well, let's talk about the amount of water your body needs. Internally, you should take about half your body weight in ounces per day. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you need 75 ounces of water. Lose some weight and you need a little less water because we're 80% water. So that's how you keep your pH at 7.8 or so, which is 78% alkaline and 22% acid, which is what your body needs. Without water, we become like a desert, okay? When we urinate, we let go of acids and we let go of a lot of toxins. We are water. Let me read to you actually from my book and see what's going on here. We are water. God gave us blue sky, clouds, rainstorms, and rainbows to remind us of this vital connection. We recycle the water within our bodies and throughout our planet. Houseplants, gardens, dogs, and cats all depend on water. If you pour soda, coffee, or tea on your plants, they'll die. If you give your pet fruit smoothies or beer or mocha shakes, it'll get sick and die. If you bathe your children in chlorine, let them swim in chlorinated pools, and quench their thirst with soda, they may not outlive you. Our minds and our brains can't live without water. If our minds are out of balance, so too are our bodies and spirits, and our energy centers dim without the conductivity of water. We become shallow and dry, blowing in the dust instead of creating the winds of change. Our eyes begin to dry, and we can't see the details of the miracles around us. The fine line between joy and despair disappears until we grow numb and can no longer react with the emotions that make us human. We can't feel. We don't feel the heartache of another person's loss or automatically jump for joy at someone's success. We become dead batteries with the hope of recharging at the next meal or church service or ball game. So great is our need and dependence on water that it is mentioned in every religious or spiritual text, including Genesis and Revelations of the Bible. Christians are baptized in water, and we flow from our mother's womb after the water breaks. It's the first key to health, okay? It's one of the 7 keys in my book. How do you get good water? And how unrealistic is it to have a whole house water system? I have one. My next door neighbor has one. My clients have them. We get them at a discount, of course, because there's so many of us who are buying them. It's almost like buying at Sam's Club or Costco or something. But the point is it worth it? Of course it's worth it. If it costs $3,000 to take care of the water in your house so that you're bathing in good water and drinking good water, and so is your family. Think about how much it costs to buy bottled water or other systems under your sink that don't take care of the shower or the bathroom, and think of how much it costs in health care when you have to go on drugs because you're depressed, your kids are on drugs because they've been diagnosed with ADHD. You get diseases that are named diseases like Alzheimer's or MS or Lou Gehrig's or whatever. When you get these things, how much does that cost? It cost me $2,850 to put a whole water system in the house that's been in here for a year and a half. If I multiplied the number of bottles of water that we would have to buy in this house to maintain even 50% of our water intake without even thinking about the showers and the bath, it would be a lot more than that. Chlorine byproducts, those are the things that destroy the brain cells, destroy the cells within the muscles and the bones, and eventually cause disease, and are causing all kinds of things to happen to our children, our pets, and even your plants. If you water plants with good, healthy water, you'd be very surprised about how fast and big they grow compared to the chlorinated water and the water that comes from the tap that still has more than 700 different chemicals in it. I don't know what else to say to get people to understand this and know how important water is to the conductivity of energy, electricity, electricity in your body. If you remember from school, the best conductor in the world of electricity is water. So if we are energy and we have electromagnetic forces running within us, what's the best thing you can have in your body other than all the blood and nutrients to make sure that you conduct that energy? And if that water in your body is full of toxins and chemicals and nuclear waste and everything else that has deposited itself, how good are you going to conduct anything except disease? Water, very important. And what that is about really is choices, isn't it? People make choices. We have free will, and God knows it. And we seem to choose the easy way all the time instead of maybe the harder way of trying to figure out how to get good water. It took me over a year of research to find the right water system. You can go on our website and go to healthywaterman.com from there and talk to Steve Russo, who owns it. He's a crazy man, but, listen to him about water because he knows about it. And his systems follow the same path as the earth does to clean the water. Hopefully we're not dumping as many chemicals through our water systems in our houses that go through this system of his, so it takes less time to clean it. But it flushes itself twice a week. We don't hear it. About 2 o'clock in the morning, it goes through a whole flushing and cleaning cycle to make sure that all of the different kinds of filters that are inside of it are clean. It has 2 KDF filters, a Centaur carbon and regular carbon filter, granite. It has all kinds of things going on inside of it that just like the earth does. And we don't notice when it's flushing, except that our grass is greener right where the flush tube comes out. It's a lot greener than the rest of the grass. It gets more water and gets more nutrients. But go ahead and go on the website and go to healthywaterman.com. You have nothing to lose. He's not going to sell you something. He's going to talk to you about water. His new website will be up pretty soon. The one that's on there is fine right now, but he's going to have even more explanations of how the water systems work and why you need them. And proof, positive, copied documents from the United States government that prove that chlorinated water, chlorine itself, fluoridated water is baloney, but chlorinated water can cause, will cause, has caused, is causing massive diseases all over the country, anywhere the chlorinated water is. Well, it was checked. It was good. It's a good well. And when's the last time you cleaned it, which means pouring Clorox or something now, which is chlorine, to kill the bacteria and stuff? Well, she hadn't done that, so she did it. But then I said, you know what? That well is changing every single day. The wells tap into the aquifers beneath the surface of the earth, and all of the industrial runoff, the construction runoff, the herbal and pesticide runoffs are going into those aquifers. And you could have your well checked today at 11 o'clock, and by 1 o'clock everything's going to be different. If you really look at your water department's report, they're doing the best they can, I guess, under the circumstances of bureaucracy and government. But if you really look at their reports, we just got ours, several dozen chemicals are not checked, are not monitored, because they don't know how to monitor them, so they just say they're not checked. And then several other chemicals weren't detected. The rest of them, the other 568 that we had here, were detected but were within limits. Well, if you know that 0.01 micrograms of a herbicide has the potential of killing your child within days or within months, just the potential, won't always, because the immune systems differ in every person, but if it has that potential and you see that same herbicide is in the water at 0.5 or 1.5, what does that say to you? What it says to me is no thank you. I don't want it. I don't want to take the risk of the chemicals, just like I don't take pharmaceutical companies' drugs. I don't want to take the drugs or the chemicals that are dumped in the water system. And I want you to think about this. Yes, there are herbicides and pesticides, and we've adapted to them, and some water systems clean them. Do you know what else is in your water? Think about birth control products. And I hate to even sit on that one, except if you look at little girls these days in our country, they're going through puberty at the age of 7, 8, 9, 10 years old because they are drinking tap water and bathing in tap water, which has hormonal byproducts in it, which are not cleaned by the water systems because it's not important. It's not something that they see as a priority, and they don't know how to clean it anyway. And a bacteria cleanser like chlorine is not going to get rid of the hormones. So when you see your children reacting and acting to the water, whether they're swimming in it, bathing in it, drinking it, showering in it, I would say that you do have a choice. You can continue to let your children slowly go through these processes and suffer from them one way or another, maybe after you're dead, but you should care about that. Or you could invest the money, rather than investing it in a casino or an extra large television or 2 new computers for downstairs or an Xbox or whatever, you could invest $2,800, $3,500, $4,500, depending on how big your house is, in a good, safe, self-cleaning water system that protects your family.
The future of your good health is in your own hands, no one else's.
The first step in disease prevention is stopping contaminants from entering your body. And the largest number of contaminants entering your body are in your morning shower through skin absorption and inhalation. Remember, prevention is better than the cure. Healthy water, healthy life. HealthyWaterman.com